When people think about military power, they usually imagine generals making huge decisions or commanders planning major battles. But on the ground, where every second matters, there is one rank that holds enormous influence: the sergeant. In the Russian army, a sergeant is often the direct leader of soldiers. He is the person troops see every day, the one who trains them, corrects mistakes, and ensures orders are followed. Soldiers may never speak to a general, but they constantly interact with their sergeant. This unique position gives him a level of authority that many civilians never realize. Yet what makes a sergeant so important isn't his rank alone, it's what happens when things go wrong. And that's where his real power begins. Military experts often call sergeants the backbone of an army, and for good reason. While officers create plans, sergeants turn those plans into action. They make sure soldiers are equipped, organized, disciplined, and ready to perform their duties. A poorly trained unit can fail even with the best strategy in the world. That's why sergeants spend countless hours supervising every detail. They check uniforms, inspect equipment, monitor behavior, and maintain standards. To many recruits, the sergeant is the first real test of military life. Some soldiers even say they learned more from their sergeant than from any official military manual. But training soldiers is only one piece of the puzzle. New recruits arrive with different backgrounds, personalities, and levels of experience. The sergeant's mission is to transform them into a unified team. Every day involves teaching discipline, weapon handling, communication, and survival skills. Mistakes are corrected immediately because in combat, small errors can have deadly consequences. Sergeants repeat drills over and over until actions become automatic. This process can seem harsh, but it serves a purpose. When chaos erupts, soldiers don't have time to think through every action. They rely on habits developed during training. And those habits are often created by one person, the sergeant. But what happens when training ends and the real mission begins? During combat, the sergeant often becomes the most important leader on the battlefield. While higher-ranking officers may coordinate larger operations, the sergeant is usually closest to the action. He guides movements, assigns positions, and helps soldiers stay focused under pressure. In dangerous situations, troops look to their sergeant for direction. If confusion spreads, he restores order. If morale drops, he motivates his team. The battlefield can change in seconds, and sergeants must adapt quickly. Their decisions affect not only the mission but also the survival of everyone around them. Yet there is another responsibility that can be even more difficult than leading during combat. A sergeant constantly faces situations that require fast judgment. Should the unit move forward or take cover? Should they continue the mission or retreat? Is a route safe or dangerous? These choices often have immediate consequences. Unlike commanders working far from the front lines, sergeants see problems firsthand. They must evaluate risks while under extreme stress. Sometimes there is no perfect answer, only the least dangerous option. The ability to remain calm during these moments separates great sergeants from average ones. Their decisions can save lives, but they also carry tremendous responsibility. And responsibility is something every sergeant carries long after the mission ends. One reason sergeants are so respected is because they share many of the same risks as their soldiers. They work beside them, train with them, and often face danger together. This creates a level of trust that cannot be built through rank alone. Soldiers know their sergeant understands their challenges because he experiences them as well. In many units, sergeants become mentors, advisors, and role models. They are the bridge between ordinary soldiers and commissioned officers. Their influence extends far beyond giving orders. In fact, some military veterans remember their sergeants more clearly than any other leader they served under. But even trust comes with challenges. Being a sergeant means balancing multiple responsibilities at once. He must enforce discipline while maintaining respect. He must push soldiers to improve without destroying morale. He must follow orders while protecting his team. Every mistake made by a soldier can eventually become his responsibility. This pressure follows him every day. Unlike lower-ranking troops who focus on their own tasks, the sergeant must constantly think about the entire group. Success depends on his leadership, preparation, and decision-making. It's a demanding role that many underestimate. Yet despite the pressure, armies around the world continue to depend on sergeants for one simple reason. Without sergeants, military organizations would struggle to function effectively. They connect strategy with execution. They transform recruits into soldiers. They lead under pressure, solve problems, maintain discipline, and keep units operating when conditions become difficult. Their influence reaches every level of military life. While generals may shape wars and officers may plan missions, sergeants are often the people who make those plans work in reality. That's why many experts consider them the true backbone of an army. But if a sergeant leads soldiers on the battlefield, what happens when a lieutenant takes command? That answer may be even more surprising.